Welcome to American Broadcasting Station. With just one simple click, kindly subscribe to our channel for more updates. Recently, Germany and the Leopard 2 tanks has become the focal point in the war in Ukraine. Two big questions run through all minds. 1. What are Leopard 2 tanks, and 2. Why does Ukraine want them so badly? The Leopard 2 tank is a German-manufactured main battle tank with a range of about 500 kilometers, 311 miles. It first came into service in 1979 and has a top speed of 68 kilometers per hour, 42 miles per hour. Equipped with a 120mm smoothbore gun as its main armament, it is also armed with two coaxial light machine guns. As well as being used by the German military, Leopard 2 has been in wide service in Europe, with more than a dozen countries using the tank, as well as a number of other countries including Canada. The tanks have been deployed in Kosovo, Bosnia, Afghanistan and Syria by Turkey, where several were lost to anti-tank missiles. Now, why does Ukraine want them? Ukraine has said it has an urgent need for heavier armor in its war against Russia's invasion. Kyiv has limited availability of tanks, most of them from the Soviet or post-Soviet era. As well as emphasizing its belief that Moscow intends to launch a significant new offensive in the coming months, Kyiv and many of its allies believe that the war will end more quickly if Russia is defeated on the battlefield in Ukraine's own counteroffensives to take back Russian-occupied territory. While Ukraine has won significant victories in the battle for Kyiv at the beginning of the war, as well as in Kharkiv Oblast and around Kherson in the south, it is hampered by a shortage of tanks to support its operations and faced by Russian forces increasingly fielding more modern and capable T-90s. The widespread availability of Leopards, including in neighboring Poland, which wants to supply them to Ukraine, makes them a good fit for Kyiv. Ukraine has suggested it needs 300 tanks, while Western analysts have suggested that 100 could probably shift the balance of the war. So what is the problem? Because the tanks were supplied to countries under export licenses, Germany can veto re-export, although Poland suggested on Thursday it could simply ignore Germany and export its Leopards regardless. Germany's own position has been conflicted. It prefers a multilateral approach on arms supply to Ukraine rather than being seen to be moving unilaterally. Although Germany has supplied a large amount of equipment to Ukraine, including armored cars, it has also been wrestling with its post-Second World War tradition of anti-militarism. The supply of main battle tanks had been seen as problematic because of their much more obviously offensive capabilities. Germany had tried to tie the supply of Leopards to a wider coalition that would supply other tanks, including US Abrams, a tank viewed by experts as being less suitable for the war in Ukraine because of its heavy consumption of fuel. What is the argument against supplying the tanks? Opponents believe that the supply of tanks would be an escalation of the involvement of NATO countries in the war, heightening the risk of the war spreading. Ukraine has said it would only use the tanks within its internationally recognized borders, while supporters say that it is Moscow that has continued to escalate the conflict, mobilizing ever more troops, targeting civilian infrastructure, and making veiled threats of nuclear strikes. Kindly subscribe for more updates.